Today's horoscope, Libra November 13th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The square between Mercury and Saturn early today can indicate a minor reality check or letdown, but the changes you make as a result of this checkpoint can improve your position in the long run. You can feel pressures from inside yourself or the outside world, but either way, this is a time for acknowledging your responsibilities. Just be sure to stop short of the point at which worry or anxiety takes over. If you feel vulnerable, you might put up a protective shell around you, but if you give off the impression that your skin is thick, you could end up with hurt feelings. Work or things on your to-do list can be overwhelming, but you may discover that you can shuffle things around to accommodate both duty and pleasure. Certainly, as the day advances, it's easier to let go of tension. You could experience a wonderful sense of being in sync and supported, or cooperation with others puts you in a better mood. Our cosmic messenger Mercury is heading downhill into yet another car crash. It's as if his brakes have broken, and he's spinning down the streets faster and faster with only devastation ahead. This energy will be activated today, ensuring that anxiety, bad news, or leaked secrets could pop up out of nowhere. This is because he will spin in the depths of space, crashing against the unstoppable force and immovable object of mighty and cold Saturn. If you end up feeling depressed and defeated, take some time for some TLC. Communicative tension may arise at work today. Try as you may, some conversations will not go as planned when Mercury in Sagittarius squares Saturn retrograde in Pisces. You may struggle to talk to your co-workers, especially if there's a question of authority and power. Someone may try to boss you around, or they could feel like you are being too bossy. It might also be challenging to defer and assign responsibilities to your team. At some point, you may have to decide if specific battles are worth fighting if these conversations hinder your overall productivity. You could feel overly sensitive today. Try not to beat yourself up with your melancholy. You may be tempted to drown your sorrows in a big tub of ice cream, but you know this will ultimately make you feel worse. Consider putting on some relaxing music and getting down on the floor, gently stretching out your muscles. Try to make this into a personal routine and stick to it for a few weeks. You'll be glad you did. Welcome to an expressive day. For those of you who engage in writing, this is an excellent time to make some real progress on any projects you have going. The vibration of this number lends much enhancement and strength to communication and creativity. Regardless of what you have on your agenda today, you should find that things go smoothly, and you have little trouble saying what you mean. If there are misunderstandings to clarify, or you need to resolve a conflict with someone, use this day's positive energy to help you along. While the moon will return to your relationship sector just after Venus, the planet of love, leaves your communication sector and wraps up her mission to express your heart and your relationships, she will still have a considerable influence. With Mercury, the planet of communication, not only staying on in your communication sector but with a retrograde turn in 14 days keeping him here for the rest of the year, what Venus began is in safe hands. The moon can build on this when it returns to your relationship sector. A chance to become more emotionally engaged comes with an opportunity to express this from the start. While the moon will return to your relationship sector just after Venus, the planet of love leaves your communication sector today, not before she has just connected with both planets there. With Mercury, the planet of communication not only staying in your communication sector but slowing ahead of a retrograde turn that will keep him here for the rest of the year, this is support from the start to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. Let's take a moment to tune into the cosmic vibes of today because there's a lot going on in the stars. Today, Mercury in Sagittarius is squaring Saturn retrograde in Pisces, and with that comes the potential for communicative tension to peak. These cosmic forces might stir up thought-provoking, even intense, conversations especially about responsibility and accountability. If you've felt tension building up over these topics recently, you're not alone. This energy is here to bring clarity, helping us address any unresolved issues. And remember, sometimes a little tension is just the universe's way of nudging us toward the clarity we need. It's that kind of day where you might find yourself wanting to open up but sensing a bit of hesitancy, almost as if the words you want to say are getting stuck somewhere along the way. Have you ever had one of those days where you knew what you wanted to say but found it challenging to express it? That's the kind of energy the cosmos is encouraging today. This isn't a roadblock but an invitation to take a thoughtful, mature approach in our conversations. Today, the universe nudges us to talk about what truly matters instead of everything that pops into our heads. Think of it as a day for focusing on depth over quantity in our conversations. If there's something you've been meaning to express but didn't know how to approach, now might be a great time to think about why it's important and find a gentle, sincere way to communicate. Sometimes, these thoughtful conversations are the ones that help us connect on a deeper level with those we care about. This energy might manifest as a conversation that starts small but quickly gains momentum. Maybe you or someone close to you has been holding back a concern or feeling, and today, it finds its way into the open. It's natural for us to set some things aside in the hope they'll sort themselves out. But have you ever noticed how, when we avoid a problem, it has a funny way of popping back up? It's almost like the universe is giving us a gentle reminder that ignoring an issue rarely makes it go away. Yes, this can be uncomfortable, but today's energy supports us in facing these matters head-on. By doing so, we can prevent minor issues from becoming major challenges. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by anything that might come up, try to see today as a unique opportunity. This cosmic influence is like the universe whispering, "It's time to clear things up." Imagine how much lighter you could feel by tackling these concerns. Have you ever faced a situation you dreaded, only to realize it wasn't as intimidating as you thought? That's the energy of today. The stars are supporting you to take that step, and once you do, you might feel a huge sense of relief. As you go through the day, pay attention to where you're directing your energy. It's easy to feel like you have to handle everything all at once, especially when life gets busy. But think of your energy as a precious resource, spend it wisely. You might feel like you're on a scenic hike, with a beautiful view just around the bend. Along the way, there are tempting little trails pulling you in different directions. Sure, detours can be exciting, but today, staying on course will serve you best. So take a moment and ask yourself, what truly needs your attention today, and what can wait? Which responsibilities are meaningful, and which might actually be distractions? By focusing on what's essential, you can free up your energy for the things that matter most. And remember, it's okay to pause and take a deep breath. Sometimes stepping back is the most productive choice you can make. It gives you clarity and space to make the best decisions. As you move through today, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a situation where facing a challenge directly brought you a sense of relief or even pride? Or maybe a time when a simple conversation helped you feel more at peace? Share your stories in the comments. Your experiences might just resonate with someone else. Let's use this energy together, support one another, and move forward with clarity, confidence, and a fresh sense of purpose. The stars are on our side today. Let's make the most of it.